What's up guys, it's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build-It video, and today I am going to be talking about what type of epic projects you should be building and why. For example, should you build silver, bronze, or gold, and how to go about it. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. I try to put videos out daily on SimCity, keep you guys up to date with the changes and strategies and things like that. So be sure that you are also a member of our Facebook page. If you type in SimCity Buildit, MissyAnne on Facebook, you can join our Facebook page, and then you'll be able to have access to all of the videos, guides, links, and ask questions. Now, this is a question that was put up on our Facebook page, and that is the reason why I am making this video. Somebody had asked which is better to build. Should you build silver or should you build gold? Because they have a member in their club who is telling them that it is actually more beneficial to build gold or silver rather than gold, because they're able to earn gold epics in the contest of mayors, and they have no intention of leveling up, therefore they don't ever have to worry about it. Okay, so first off, let's start off with why I put it into the Missy's Building Guide. Now, when you start the Missy's Building Guide, you're basically starting from scratch, right? So when you hit level 24 is when you're going to unlock epic projects. When you unlock epic projects, for those of you who don't know what an epic project is, it is basically, it's a challenge that you do on a home. This winged helmet here, like this, okay? Now, when this challenge gets complete, basically you are able to collect little pieces of tokens, okay? So like this one here. And then once you collect enough pieces, you'll get a full token. Now, this house will generate this piece of a token every single day. So every 24 hours, you'll get that piece of a token, basically indefinitely, until you either bulldoze the house or quit playing the game, right? So it's a pretty good investment, actually. Now, how do you get these? You donate items. So you pick a category, and when you pick that category, like let's say education, you get, once complete, the house transforms into a different style building, and basically you're able to make your city look however you want based off of what style home you choose, what category you choose. When you start the epic project, you have a total of 24 hours to complete it. Now, when you follow the Missy's Building Guide, you're not in a hurry to complete them because you're trying to get the absolute most out of your game. So when I wrote the Missy's Building Guide, it was to make the most beneficial gameplay as possible. No cutting corners, no bad mistakes, like literally like the perfect city. Now, what ideally you would want to do is when you start the epic project, you're depending on which category you choose. So if I chose mountain, all of these buildings along the mountainside are going to display a number, and that number is called an epic pointer. You need a total of 200 points to hit gold. They get very expensive, very difficult if you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, they're extremely easy and quick. Now, on the Missy's Building Guide, you don't want to just blow through your epics and, you know, burn through them, right? Because you need a fully upgraded regular residential home in order to even make an epic project. Therefore, if you were to just burn through them and make only silver, right, you would have to level up in order to make gold epics, because you have to have the house in order to do it. So if you transform all of these homes into silver homes, you're only getting silver. You can't redo them. You can't, you have to level up or, you know, upgrade homes in order to make more epics. Now, the reason this is problematic is because when you're at level 24, you only have so many items unlocked. So your epic projects are the cheapest they're ever going to be, okay? You can't get them any cheaper than a level 24 player with all 3s and 4-pointer buildings. That being said, when you play at a low level, okay, if you were to say screw it I'm just going to make silver tokens rather than gold tokens. You're basically missing out on that opportunity to get your epics for a fraction of the price. Now, when you go forward in the game, you have to remember that at some point you are going to progress. Even though you may not want to level up and you may be, like against it right now, trust me. Okay? What's going to happen is at some point you are going to max your storage. You're going to max out your land. If you're following my building guide, it'll be within 90 days usually. Once you've done that, then you proceed with the contest of mayors. As a level 24 player in the contest of mayors, you're able to do, epic project assignments only until your epics run out. That is why you're supposed to cram as many epic project tasks into one epic project as possible. So if you're playing calm, you're in mega, you're going for the mega prize, and you get an epic project assignment for 60 points. You do the epic project and you stop. You don't donate any more points. You continue on with your assignments and you continue doing your epic project assignments until that epic is complete. If you don't get any more assignments, you allow yourself enough time to finish the epic before the timer runs out. Usually people do maybe an hour, depending on how many pointers they have and their inventory and things like that. Just make sure you have enough time to finish it. This allows people to get, 3 to 4 epic tasks done with one building rather than having to burn through an entire building and then be in a situation where they have to, start another one in 12 hours because you do have a cooldown to do their next assignment. Now, once you run out of the regular residential homes, you're going to be at level 24 and you're not going to have any homes that you can convert anymore. What are you going to do? How are you going to get more? You have to level up, but you don't want to level up, right? So now you're in this situation where you're playing the contest of mayors and now you have this assignment that you can't do. So anytime that you get the epic project tasks in your list at 2,000 points or higher, that's a pretty big bummer when you can't complete that. Now, over time, what's going to happen is you're going to upgrade your war cards to a point where they're astronomical to continue upgrading. So at some point, you're going to be paying, 200-300 keys just to upgrade one war card. That's another limited assignment for the contest. You already can't do upgrade tasks, so now you've limited yourself to no epic tasks, no war tasks, or no war upgrade task, and no upgrading homes. The coins tasks suck. The repair tasks are terrible. The monster tasks suck. I mean, you're kind of running out of options here. You see what I'm saying? So now you're in this position where you basically are kind of forced to level up. Now, if you want to continue playing the contest of mayors and continue winning, that's all good and fun. But just follow me down the rabbit hole for just a second here. At some point, you're going to get a whole bunch of mega wins, right? Let's just pretend that you've got all these, coins and cash and platinum keys and you've just been stacking up the wins. Is that really what your gaming experience is going to be indefinitely? You're really never going to go past that level, even though you've got max storage, max land, beach, mountain, all silver epics now. And what do you do when you stop winning the contest of mayors? How are you going to, regenerate those gold tokens? You can't. Once you burn through them, you have to keep playing to earn them. Now, if you want a high pop city, or if you want to design, you kind of have to, level up at some point, right? So if you want to participate in the design challenge and get any of those cool buildings, you gotta do upgrades in the design challenge to even qualify for that. If you ever want to unlock a regional map, if you ever want to have regional trees or hotspots, or if you ever want to do any real actual designing, you at some point have to level up. So to say I'm going to stay level 24 forever would just be limiting your gaming experience to a point of boring. How long can you sit there at level 24 with an obscene amount of cash and platinum keys and be satisfied with that? So keep that in mind. Okay, so that being said, the fact that you will eventually level up, when you get to that point, you have nothing regenerating back to your city, right? So when you look at a silver token versus a gold token, and I'm going to pull up the production plan here to show you the difference, you have to ask yourself which ones are more valuable to you and why. Now, gold tokens, and everybody should have a copy of the production plan. It's in the links of all the videos, and it's on our Facebook page. But I'm going to show you guys here. So when you open up our chart, there is, and you guys, if you're using mobile, if you click the three dots on the top right corner of this screen, once it loads, you can click, let's see here, print layout, okay? And this will give you the better version, so it's not all like screwed up. So if you look here, this is the build times for all of the shops. So base level is before you do any time discount upgrades on your shop. Then you have star 1 is 10% time discount, star 2 is the 15%, star 3 is the 20%. That would be the maximum, okay? Those are the build times. Now, this is the token chart. Now, if you read here, it says amount of items made per one token. So one token runs for a total of 60 minutes. If you make one cream every 60 minutes, it's pretty, common sense, right? That if you made it at a 4 times rate on a silver token, you would get, if you look here, so go to a 3-star shop, which would be 20%. Okay, so scrolling all the way to the right-hand side here. Let's see where it says hour 24 times. This is a silver token. So what they're saying is if you make cream, you get exactly 4 cream per 1 silver token. Versus if you were to run a gold token, you get 12 cream, correct? Okay, so that being said, that's 3 times faster than silver. Now, how many items in the game produce at over 60 minutes? Quite a few, right? So gold tokens are often used for assignments to get them done quickly, making large amounts of coin rather quickly, and making items for people if you need them for anything for that matter. It could be epic projects, could be anything. But the point being is that you don't have to work for those ever again. You don't have to continue working for them. Once you do the epic project, that's it. You have it forever. So if you waste your time doing silver epics at a low level when everything is super duper cheap, eventually at some point you're going to run out of gold tokens. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you just never really use them. But the point being is you're not really maximizing your gaming experience. Now, you're going to benefit a lot more if you convert all of your homes to gold tokens. Now, you can still play the contest, win the contest, stack up those gold tokens. But let me tell you, it takes more gold token pieces to make a gold token than it does for silver, right? So the fact of the matter is, how often do you really use silver tokens? Hang on just a second. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So, bear with me here, you guys. So you've got a silver token. How often do you use them and why? Well, you're not really getting much done if you're doing it for the purpose of the contest. So honestly, what they're mainly used for, the best, or at least what I use them for, is I usually use them if I have 1 or 2 items that are maybe an hour long that I just want to get done, a little faster. Like maybe I ran a gold token on something for the purpose of the contest and I have 1 or 2 remaining or something, and I don't want to waste a whole gold token, then I'll throw silver on it. Or if it's an item that is 30 minutes or less, then I benefit a little bit more. So let's say like nails or hammers or something. That's usually the benefit for silver tokens versus gold tokens. Gold tokens are used much more rapidly. Now, as you progress into the game, you're going to get items that are not so quick to make. You're not taking into consideration that a lot of the items that you have unlocked at level 24 don't take very long. Now, as you progress into the game, you're going, okay, beef, for example, that takes 2 hours. Now you have cake, that takes 72 minutes. Now that's not even that bad. Moving on, you have yogurt, okay, that stuff is an absolute joke. Same with fire pits, backpacks, TVs, microwaves, all of these things that take quite a bit of time to make. So if you get an assignment for, let's say, make 11 fire pits. Let's just scroll down here. And you can use this to make sure that you're using the right token on the right items. That's why we put this information here for you guys. So as you go and you scroll down here, you'll see, I'll show you guys. Okay, so here is the garden store. So if you go for fire pits on a 3-star shop, okay, so right here, 3-star shop is all the way at the very end column. That means that you make 3.75 of fire pits every gold token that you use. 3. Now, if you have to make, let's say, 11 of them, okay? 3, 6, 9, 12. But you get 0.75. So you're looking at about 3 gold tokens in order to finish your fire pits. Hang on just a second, you guys. Okay, sorry, you guys. So basically, the gist of the point here is that you have to look at what you have invested, what your benefits are going to be, and what you're going to have to do to get this later. So, in other words, right now, at a low level, you can invest, let's say, $140,000 worth of, or 140,000 coins worth of merchandise or inventory, whatever you want to call it, and get a gold epic project that you can utilize to the benefit of your city for the purpose of doing the contest and banking in on coins on a regular basis. This is your city is constantly generating back to you. Taking into consideration that epic projects also not only look better, but they have a low service demand. So making epic projects honestly is a no-brainer. It's definitely beneficial. Now, the main reason that people make silver over gold is because of the difficulty they have with making gold. What they don't realize, though, is that making a gold epic project is super easy. You just have to know what the hell you're doing. And when you don't know what you're doing, it's absolute nightmare, okay? If you're doing epic projects and you have 1 and 2 pointer buildings, that's your first mistake. The second mistake is that you probably don't have enough pointers. You're probably also somebody who doesn't have very much inventory space. So going into an epic project with very little space, very few pointers, I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster. So with the Missy's Building Guide, you're able to maximize your storage at a low level, okay? So this allows you to have plenty of inventory space, especially for a level 24 player. Think about all of you guys who are watching this right now, who are on the Missy's Building Guide and have storage that is 500 or more. Think about that for a minute, and think about the challenge that you have still, with storage and completing epics and stuff like that. Now, just imagine for a minute that you've unlocked 3 times more items. Imagine trying to prep for those epic projects. when you unlock regionals, you can smack another 40,000 or more coin price tag on each epic project. So what you actually want to do is you want to build epic projects from level 24 to 43, all gold, no matter what, just make them all gold. And this allows you to get the most out of your epic projects, because that's when you unlock every item in the game, is level 43. Now, when you hit level 25, you can unlock a regional map, but I don't recommend unlocking regionals until you are basically way more prepared. Now, with people on the Missy's Building Guide, what they do is they build all gold epics for really cheap, really easy. They max out their storage, beach, mountain, land. They bank in on countless mega wins. They stack up as many resources as possible. When the November sale comes, because there's a big Black Friday sale in November every year, they bank in on those extra pointers, you know, the 4-pointers and 3-pointer buildings, because they're all half price. So if you're somebody who likes mountain epics, or maybe you're relatively new to the Missy's Building Guide, you have about, let's see here, we're in August, so September, October, November. You're looking at, you got about 3 more months of stacking resources, which is quite a bit of time actually, where you can win your megas, get your cash and your platinum keys and your gold keys all stacked up, okay? And then bank in on those mega wins. That way when the sale comes, you can line the whole back of your city with 4-pointer waterfalls for half price. Now, then what you do is you continue on playing the Missy's Building Guide, continue on getting those mega wins, and then usually what happens with people on the Missy's Building Guide within, I want to say 4 to 6 months, is they have so much resources, and they're doing so good that they want to progress because they're bored they're doing so good, you know? When you have max storage, everything, all of your homes are gold epics, all of your shops are maxed out, every single one of your war cards has only been upgraded for the purpose of the contest, so you're good there, and you have everything else maxed. What more do you have to do? I mean, basically design and progress in the game playing the contest, right? But at some point, you're going to have an obscene amount of cash and resources, and you're going to be bored. You're going to want more out of your gaming experience, and that's honestly the way it should be. But if you end up in a situation where you build all silver epics, you have to win every week in order to get those gold tokens. Now, here's the catch. You only get 10 gold tokens every time you win the contest if you hit first place, right? Now, how many gold tokens are used each week for the purpose of the contest? Quite a few. And I mean, just for one fire pits task, you could be using 3. You know, what if you just needed an item you couldn't find, or maybe you want to make some coin or something, or you want to get these production tasks done. So you utilize these, and the moment that you stop playing the contest, because honestly, I'm going to be real with you guys, it wears on you. Okay, after a while of playing COM competitively every single week, you start to get wore out on COM. You know, like, you're always going to be playing COM if you want buildings, but not necessarily competitively. Competitively takes a lot of mental work, and it takes a lot of hard work. You got to be on the game constantly. You got to be always doing your assignments and constantly prepping. You get one day off a week, and it's not really a day off because you're prepping for the next week. So, you know, I mean, once you've stacked all this up, you can take a nice little vacation, not have to worry about it, and you don't have to worry about, oh, well, how am I going to get my gold tokens now? You know? And then usually what ends up happening is people stack up they stack up an obscene amount of gold tokens, like 300-400 tokens. And it's all fine for a while, and they slowly get depleted. So imagine 6 months of playing and not playing COM competitively. How quick you're going to burn through those tokens, just making stuff, or even if you're not playing COM necessarily competitively, you're still doing production tasks, you know? So totally up to, you what style you want to build. In my personal opinion, silver is next to worthless for any item over about an hour. How often do you need more? How often do you get a production task that's less than 7 items? I've never even seen one, really. So you already know that if you get a production task on anything that is over an hour, that you're going to probably need to use a gold token if you want it done quickly. That being said, if you're going in terms of making coin, you would definitely want to go 3 times faster than a silver token. Once you pay for, that's the other thing you have to take into consideration. When you pay for these epic projects, when you pick a specific category, you basically, like if you pick the mountain category, you get these style homes, these short ones here. If you pick, let's say, the beach category, you get the ones that are kind of colorful. You can look at the poster. We also have a zoomed in version of each of them on our Facebook page so that you can pick the category that's right for you. But you need to take into consideration that, once you do more and more epics in the same category, it costs money. Every time you do that, the price goes up. It's not $1,000 forever. So if you didn't catch that when I clicked on the winged helmet earlier, look how much my mountain epics are. $80,000 to start one. You see what I'm saying? So you definitely want to make sure that you're getting the most out of your epics. Now, whether you make silver, gold, or bronze, it has no effect whatsoever on the style home that you get. There's no way to restart an epic project. The only thing that you can do if, let's say, you've screwed up and you started one on accident, you don't have to worry, because as long as you don't hit bronze, if you allow the timer to run out, it goes back to a normal home. That's the only way you can get out of it, okay? So make sure that you're paying attention to how many pointers you have, and I have videos on how to hit gold in under 15 minutes. They're extremely helpful for people who struggle with epics. But if you're doing silver simply because of the difficulty, don't do that. It's a huge waste. I know a lot of people are adamant about, just making silver and stacking those up for the purpose of the contest, but the fact of the matter is gold is used a lot more. It's a lot more beneficial, and all around, you would have to be crazy to make silver at that level. I can't imagine stopping at silver when the damn epics are, 1/10 of a price. I mean, you guys have any clue how much I spend on epic projects at my level? I mean, dude, do you know how many yoga mats these stupid things ask for? Yeah, those things aren't cheap, dude. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I've spent $400,000 in merchandise on an epic project. So, I mean, think about it, and then you also have to take into consideration that you do get silver tokens when you lose war. So those add up, and mind you that once you hit level 43 or whatever, making, let's say you made 10 silver epics. That's plenty for how many that you're going to be using. Totally way overboard. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take much. Just adding, let's say that you had 20 silver epic, buildings, depending on how many token pieces it's asking, you for, because it's always different. But the most I've ever seen gold ask for is 20. Okay, so if you have, let's say, 100 gold epics, you're getting 5 gold epic tokens every single day. Now that is something that you want to bank in on, okay? So usually me, because you can only collect 35 tokens, and by collect, what they mean by that is on the top of the homes. So you can have more than 35 tokens if you win them. But if you want to be able to collect them off the top of the houses, you have to fall below 35. If you're somebody who has a lot of gold tokens, right now, like 400 or 500 tokens, odds are you are a high level player. it's unlikely that low-level players have that many tokens. There are people that do, of course. If you're one of those people, I mean, obviously you don't want to burn through 400 tokens just to collect one stupid, thing off the top of your building. But if you are a low-level player and you do have homes left to convert, you need to think long term, okay? You need to think about, if you were to progress in the game and you were to utilize once you stop bringing in those tokens, once you stop winning, how you're going to regenerate them once they're gone. You don't want it to end up costing you 300 times the amount later, right? Totally up to you guys. If it was me, and if you're following the Missy's Building Guide and you want to maximize your experience, gold is definitely the better choice. More so a matter of preference and gameplay in terms of if you were going to make silver, but it's definitely more beneficial financially and for the purpose of the contest to make gold. So again, totally up to you guys. Bronze is an absolute joke. Honestly, usually people end up with bronze when it's like their first so many epics. They don't know what they're doing, and it's a pain in the butt when you're only using 1-pointers. And you only need like 5 bronze buildings to make 1 token, or like 4 of them. So it's pretty quick. And then usually whenever I do use bronze, it's usually on either an item that I want to make 2 times quicker or the hammer store. Like if I want just a couple of hammers real quick. Or I just burn through them so I can collect the 3 or 4 bronze buildings that I do have. Now, you guys, anything else when it comes to epic projects, advice, or anything like that, I have videos on. I have videos on epic prep, how to make them easier. I've got videos on showing you guys how I can hit gold in under 15 minutes as a level 99 player with all regionals unlocked and max storage. So that's with using mostly, 3 and 4-pointer buildings. So good luck to you guys. I hope that it works out. And, if you're just listening to some random person in your group, think about your gaming experience. Everybody's gaming experience is different. So what do you want from your game? Do you want a high pop city? Do you want a beautiful city? If you want a cool looking city, you are eventually going to have to level up, period. There's no way around it, okay? You'll never have regionals, you'll never have cool trees, you'll never have hotspots, and you'll never ever be able to participate in design challenges, and at some point, you'll have a bitch of a time trying to win the contest, especially as people, progress and they level up and stuff. You'll have all of these limited assignments you burnt through that you can't utilize anymore. And that is why I keep telling people on the Missy's Building Guide to stop burning through their epic projects. I have a couple people that have just blown through them. They're so happy they can hit gold so quickly that they're not utilizing them towards the contest. They're just wasting them. Same thing with their war cards. They're just like, I gotta max them out. It's like, no, stop. You're not in a hurry. You're trying to benefit from this. Do you want to be in Mega and get a 3,000 point war card upgrade that you can't do because you need 400 cards and 300 keys? I mean, come on, dude. Slow down a little bit. Maximize your part. Go for things that you're supposed to be rapidly upgrading, like storage. Dozer. Those are things that you want to get done rapid. Maxing out your shops. Getting as much coin as possible, understanding how the contest of mayors works. Those are things that you want to bank in on. You don't want to burn through all your stuff, okay? So good luck to you guys, and if you haven't, like I said, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. Also, for those of you asking about the Escape the Darkness series, it's a series that I do about, some stuff that I've been through in my life, and I just haven't been in that right mindset to do a video, but I will get one up soon, I promise. For those of you people who have been asking about it, it's one of those things where you kind of have to have the right mindset when you make those videos. So that's why they don't go up on a routine basis. Okay? And you guys are more than welcome to hit me up on Facebook if you type in MissyAnne, Marysville, Washington, because I'm from Washington State. Then I can help you guys, you know, hopefully with that. If you're looking for a group, we might have one opening coming up soon. I'm not entirely sure. But you have to be a strategic member. You have to be active. You have to make sure that you follow the group rules. And, you know, nobody's exempt from the group rules. So you definitely will have to watch the group rules video and hit me up on Facebook. All right. Good luck.